Back in July, Chris the Show Stealer had a shot at the ECPW Heavyweight Championship. But because of Doug DeVito, I got screwed out of the title. And because of that, I got knocked down to the bottom of the ECPW rankings. But now I have a shot at another title. I get a shot at Crazy Ivan's television championship. Ivan, just because you put crazy in front of your name, just because you run around screaming, wearing an orange jumpsuit, doesn't make you dangerous. I see through your charade. I see who you really are. But you know what? When all is said and done, the television championship is gonna be around the waist of somebody who is truly picture perfect.
The Dominican Diablo, who we just heard from opening up the show. I'm Big Mike Lawrence alongside Joey G. Welcome to this week's ECPW Adrenaline.
Don't you forget it, all right, Kojak?
Wow.
I guess I was told off.
For once, he's not picking on me.
And I like him.
We made a bet last week, didn't we, Joey G?
Oh, you better remind me. What was that bet? Refresh my memory.
Well, last week you picked Diablo, I picked Double M, but maybe after those words, you might be having second thoughts.
Starting a dirty chant like that, that's sad.
Well, he's trying to get the fans into this match right from the get-go because he knows he's going to need his strength, his quickness, and all the support from these ECPW fans against the Dominican Diablo. Look at the Diablo. He's no nonsense this week here on Adrenaline.
He's no. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, look at the physique of the Dominican Diablo. Ray Ravallo does have a great physique.
Spends hours upon hours in
working
the gym.
those thighs.
Absolutely.
The chest, arms.
Got that nice Dominican tan. And he's a heck of a wrestler too, Joey G, when he wants to be.
And so is Macintosh, as evidenced by that beautiful drop kick.
Oh, make it a double. Nip up by Macintosh. Trifecta drop kicks here to open up Adrenaline.
What an exciting match. Again, a little bit more exciting than the one we had last week, closing the show out with the Peacemaker retaining his light heavyweight championship belt.
Of course. Oh! Double M figured that three drop kicks from the mat, and then he go up to the top and try one, and he went to the well too many times.
Nice. Not yet, Raid.
Diablo's got this mean streak cutting through him this week.
Well, you know,
and he throws out Double M.
He's trying to prove something to not only the fans, but the ECPW matchmakers. I was talking to him, believe it or not, early in the locker room, and he was saying that he wants gold around his waist. Oh!
Wow! What a clubbering shot to the outside.
I couldn't see it from our angle, but we heard the results, didn't we?
Scott Volk outside the ring now, checking on Matt Macintosh. And, my goodness, Joey G, Dominican Diablo picking a fight with about 7 6-year-olds outside the ring.
Well, it shows his toughness.
Yeah. Especially since they're from Paramus. You gotta be tough.
Look at double axe handle to the back of Macintosh.
Beautiful maneuver by Ray Ravallo, the Dominican Diablo.
Going for the pin, but only two. Only two.
Right now you do. Better pay attention to your man.
Ray Ravallo likes to. Oh, look at this.
He likes to get his hips involved, Joey
Yeah.
G. Look out, double M! Ah,
Ouch.
Come on.
So what? This is called wrestling. This ain't ballet.
Diablo yelling to the referee, this is pro wrestling, not ballet.
I think Scott Volk knows that. Just trying to enforce the rules here. Diablo will break every one in the book. Double M will have nothing to do with it. He ducked under that one and went low at the same time, Joey G.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Come on, what an arrogant cover.
You ain't count fast. Why? He always gotta referee my matches.
Joey G, you mentioned you had a conversation with Ray Ravallo. He wants gold around his waist here in ECPW.
Let me explain to you. It was a one-way conversation. He had me in the corner and I had to listen to him. But he wants gold around his waist, but the only way he's going to do that is maybe get into Doug DeVito's Legion.
Well, I'll tell you what, Joey G, once again this week on Adrenaline, the Nostradamus of professional wrestling, Ray Ravallo has been very vocal, particularly on Facebook. He makes no bones about it. He has said he wouldn't mind being part of Doug DeVito's faction here in
He did say that.
He wrote it. I can show you loud and clear on Facebook.
Wow. I don't go on Facebook.
You're better off.
I'm still working on my Etch-a-Sketch.
Those things were fun, Joey.
Oh, I still are. I can almost make a circle now.
I got a tablet, you got an Etch-a-Sketch. Talk about old school. You know, Diablo seems to be toying with Matt Macintosh at this point.
Well, you know, but Macintosh is not a wrestler to toy with. He's got great ability. He's a tough competitor, and that may be a mistake that the Ravallo is making.
Absolutely, and I'm not taking any away from Double M Matt Macintosh when I say that, but Diablo's got him worn down here, and he should have attempted to put him away when he had a chance. You don't want this kid Double M getting a second wind.
What's that?
What a maneuver by Matt Macintosh, springboard elbow.
Not enough, though, Michael, not enough, but that was some maneuver by Macintosh.
And he's looking to follow it up here.
Going to the top rope, but he's got a long way to go.
Raid Man ran his mouth many times, and this time he connects with the drop kick off the top, Joey G.
He may have him. What do you think?
Will this be enough?
Not enough. Not enough. I still may win that steak dinner yet.
No, I bet on Double M.
Yeah, but if Diablo comes back, I'll win that steak dinner.
It must be a mighty tough steak, Joey G. I didn't have much money in my pocket last week.
Are we going to go to Tad's again?
Seems like every week DeVito cuts our salary. Oh.
We're going to be paying him to work here soon.
That's it. That's it.
Macintosh says that's it. I thought it was it after that DDT. Double M looking to put away the Diablo. Oh, Diablo pulls the trunks. Ah, come on.
This could be it. Macintosh said that's it, but it could be it. If Diablo's able to hook the leg. No.
No, he's got to put more of his body weight on the chest of Matt Macintosh.
Diablo giving it to the referee.
I heard Ray Ravallo will give it to anybody who will take it.
Oh, what's this?
Thanks for no selling my joke, Joey G.
What's this?
You calling this boy?
Scott Volk needs to check him, and he is.
Ravallo's got a little bit of maniac in him too, doesn't he?
He's a maniac. No, I'm not going to sing this week on Adrenaline. 1980 wants their song back. Oh, Macintosh with a version of the sleeper hold here.
Will Ravallo go to sleep?
The Macintosh Dream looking to put Ray Ravallo asleep. Ray Ravallo has double D's on his knee pads. Matt Macintosh hoping he'll see some Z's here. Diablo's arm went down for 2. If it goes down one more time, that's it. Wait a minute. I heard the bell ring. Is Matt Macintosh our winner here, Joey G?
I don't know. I heard the bell ring, but I didn't see his arm go down.
Oh. Scott Volk on the job here.
Informed that this match has reached its 10-minute time limit. Therefore, this match is a draw.
A draw.
I think a very fair call here by official Scott Volk.
I didn't know that they were able to do that over there.
And some of the fans here in Paramus want 5 more minutes. I think
Ray
Macintosh
Ravallo
willing
looks
to
like he's a
oblige
little dazed.
and confused. For so long, it's not true. Diablo says no more.
You have 5 more minutes? We only paid you for 10.
Well, there's your answer. Ray Ravallo satisfied with the time limit draw here. Matt Macintosh saying he's the winner, but not this week. A time limit draw goes to Dominican Diablo, Ray Ravallo, and Double M Matt Macintosh. ECPW fans, you want to keep it right here because coming up, what a huge singles match we have. Jumbo Joe Guns against the German menace Craig Stagg.
Introducing first, from Hamburg, Germany, weighing in at 121 kilos, he is the German menace, Craig Stagg.
And evidently, Joey G, this week, Lance Prophet, conspicuous by his absence.
Thank God. But not conspicuous by his absence. Craig
look
Stagg
at
is in the
Stagg.
building.
Stagg just shoved that security over there.
Would you ever smell that security guy?
Oh, come on! I don't know what the hell that security guard was doing, trying to take Craig Stagg's German flag.
I think he just, you got to be careful with Craig Stagg.
Be careful with his German flag. If I was this guy, I'd leave it right there.
And his opponent, from Staten Island, New York, weighing in at 250 pounds, he's being accompanied by the Creeper, Jumbo Joe Guns.
Oh, and here we go, being led to the ring by the Creeper, Jumbo Joe Guns. This is going to be a hell of a match, Joey G. Creeper saying hi as always, or his rat did.
Going down tonight. I'm working my way back to Andrew Anderson. It's not over.
Make America proud, Joe.
Well, you heard it right there, Joey G.
Well, he's still fixated on Andrew Anderson, but ECPW fans, I'm pleased to say tonight that the Creeper get away with that rat. Please, you know I'm allergic to rats. We have the chairman of the board of directors here, Mr. Alan Kay in the booth. Alan, again, you've done a great job for ECPW. Thanks again for what you do.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me here. I'm looking forward to spending some time with you guys this evening.
And look at this matchup. 2 bulls in the center of the ring. tit for tat, blow for blow here.
Alan, this match is a little bit more evenly matched than last week's light heavyweight championship match. We won't get into that, but I know you're working with the attorneys of ECPW, and the other guy's working with his attorney.
Oh,
right now we're at a stalemate. But why don't you tell us about what ECPW has done in 2012?
Yeah, sure. You know, we do have a gag order right now, so we can't discuss Doug DeVito in detail, but there'll be more on that down the road. But ECPW continues to grow year after year. We're going to have a tremendous number of shows, actually more than we did last year. We're going to approach 100 shows that we've put on throughout the year. And each show just gets better and better. More and more crowds are coming. It's really growing phenomenally. And as we talked about several weeks ago, we're looking at expanding across the country and also internationally.
Well, the fans right now are chanting USA and drowning you out. But Joe Gunn's a big fan favorite here. Great match with him and Craig Stagg. And Alan, you brought a lot of good talent in 2012.
Yeah, thank you. We worked real hard. We really searched the world trying to bring in new talent. And the fans cheering, Joey, that's what it's all about, being fan-friendly, as I mentioned a long time ago. It's really important to listen to the fans.
And the fans could contact you, correct?
That's correct, through ECPW website. They can find the ECPW email address and contact me that way.
And it's too early to talk about it now, but that fan barbecue you're going to have at your house this summer, we'll let the fans know when that is, correct?
Oh, sure. We want to make sure the fans can participate in that, as well as the softball game that we put on. And there's actually a great diner located in a basement somewhere that we have to have a party at also.
I'd be happy to have.
What a chop by the German menace, Craig Stagg
Can
here.
you tell us a little bit about 2013? We have the awards dinner coming up, won't we?
Oh, that's the biggest night of the year for ECPW and ECPW fans. The fans vote. Again, we're listening to the fans to see who their favorite wrestlers are and the most hated and so on. We invite them to join us at the dinner, mingle with the wrestlers, meet ECPW brass and employees. The dinner's going to be January 12th at the VFW Hall in Saddlebrook, and all the fans are invited to join us there.
And it is a great event. I know last year was a great event. In fact, I was honored to be inducted in the ECPW Hall of Fame, and it's a great honor. There'll be a lot of surprises this year, a lot of the wrestlers and a lot of the fans, so hopefully you can make that event, people.
Yeah, that'll be great. We're still searching and determining who's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, but Joey, you know, being inducted was a complete surprise, and we were really pleased to do that for you. Well deserved.
Well, let's get back to this exciting match and let Big Mike Lawrence call the action, because it looks like a great one.
What a hell of a match it's been, gentlemen. Look at the German menace. No, he couldn't quite get him up. Jumbo Joe Guns, but no, he tried to go for the roll. Oh my God, he got all that body mass of the German menace over the top rope.
Mr. K, I'll let you do the color commentary.
All right, great, Joey. Thanks very much.
Alan Kay, you mentioned earlier on the most hated wrestler of the year. Look out! Oh, the creeper takes a right hand.
He's powerful, Craig Stagg. He's really powerful.
Yeah, well, the creeper's pretty powerful too. He didn't even fall on that.
Body odor isn't everything, though. Pumpkin just came in.
But again, speaking of the most hated wrestler in ECPW, Craig Stagg, the German menace, has got to be on the top of that list.
Got to be.
He definitely is. He definitely is. The fans really do not like him, and I think they can show that by voting for him through the ECPW website.
Get right out of here.
And Joe Guns may be on the top of the list for the most popular wrestler in ECPW, and
this one is...
Wow.
And two possible candidates here.
He's going back to the dressing room.
Referee starts right heavy, and this match a dog count out.
And here we go, Joey G and Alan Kay still in the broadcast booth. The main event for this week's ECPW Adrenaline, Chris the Show Steeler challenging for ECPW Television Gold.
And here's another great talent you brought into ECPW, Chris Steeler.
Yeah.
I know you scouted him for months.
We did, Joey. We've been looking quite a bit around for really top stars, and fans are going to really enjoy seeing him in action tonight.
Yeah, and you finally signed him about 4 or 5 months ago, and he's been a big hit. what's coming out now, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know that siren.
We know that. And the fans will show him what they really think of him, that's for sure.
Now, here's the ECPW TV champion, Crazy Ivan.
Alan Kay, at what lengths will Doug DeVito go to get every single title in ECPW into his faction?
I don't see him here tonight. Oh, here he is.
Yeah, you were wishing and hoping.
I was hoping and wishing, and oh, my Dusty Springfield here.
That's what motivates Doug DeVito, those championships, really is. And that's he's.
Well, you know, it can't be that far from now when he brings in a tag team to wrestle the tag team belts from Bandito Jr. and Frankie Flo.
He's picking them off one by one, Joey. That's what his goal is.
Who do you think is the most maniacal, Crazy Ivan or Andrew Anderson?
That's a real tough one. I say it's a draw on that one.
I'll mess up the curtain here.
You better watch him. Watch Joey. You announce him. He's slick. Announce him. Look at this guy. Professional wrestler in this industry today. I'll tell you right now. Okay? Don't get me pissed off now.
As we heard, that Crazy Ivan is the best wrestler in the industry today. I did what he told me to do.
Current reigning and defending ECPW television champion, Crazy Ivan. And I tell you what, as you heard from an earlier interview with Chris the Show Stealer, he's not taking this one lightly.
This is off to a fast start.
Absolutely. Chris Steeler practically had a taste of the World Heavyweight Championship some months ago. He got screwed out of that one, I don't mind saying. He's looking to capture television gold here.
Crazy Ivan telling the fans to shut up.
You know, Crazy Ivan has a lot of talent. I don't know why he goes that route to win those matches.
Well, you know, when we got a chance here, let me tell you about December 1st, Orange County Fair in Middleton, New York. ECPW returns with December Slam. Andrew Anderson, in a match that you made, Mr. K, will be defending his title against Greg the Hammer Valentine. And you know who he's got in his corner, because you got Jimmy Hart, the Mountain of the South, and Valentine's corner that night. Also, a 20-man
kick by Steeler.
A 20-man battle royal with Rough Tough Tristan Law, Mike Iannuzzi in a steel cage match, and Tristan Law. It's an unbelievable card, so fans go on the website, ECPW1.com, to check out the ticket outlets. Let's get back to this one, because this is going quick.
Doug DeVito providing the distraction there. Come on! As the referee turns his back, DeVito
Was that necessary?
takes advantage of every opportunity and then wipes his hands on the photographer.
How low will he go to win? He's amazing.
Oh, he goes pretty low, I heard. About waist high. Of course, Crazy Ivan knows all about this. Come on!
It's a beatdown right now.
Referee Scott Ball turnaround.
2-on-1.
That's disgusting.
Unbelievable.
Any advantage he can get.
A 1.5 on 1. But he's half a.
You know, Chris Steeler must be one hell of a threat to the television title. Because I wouldn't think that Crazy Ivan needs Doug DeVito to help him, but evidently he does.
And Mr. K, why don't you tell the fans what you have in store for him?
Why don't you tell the fans what's going on in here right now?
You know, we have to promote, Mr. DeVito. You want us to promote?
Right now, you announce this match.
Crazy Ivan with a side chin lock here
work for.
on Chris Steeler.
As I was saying, Mr. K, would you tell the fans about what you have in store for them next week in that 3-way title match?
yeah, sure, yeah. We have Dan DeMann and Tristan Law, and Justin Blackwell with Bobby Lee, and Frankie Flo and Bandito Jr. That is really going to be an exciting show, an exciting three-way event.
So we got a three-way for the tag team titles next week. That's going to be incredible.
Jawjacker by Steeler.
You know,
Oh, now the other end.
you can't win with Mr. DeVito, could you, Michael?
No.
He wants us to get fans to tune in each and every week, but then when we try to talk about it, he yells at us. We try to talk about what's happening in the ring, he yells that we're not getting the fans telling them about next week. I can't take it anymore.
It's a lose-lose situation, Joey G. We do the best we can.
Let's just hope that at our awards dinner on January 12th that he's not putting the fix in to win Manager of the Year again. Let's have the fans vote and show who really should be manager.
Well, you know what, fans, get out there and vote. And who are some of the managers that they could vote for? Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the South.
The Creeper.
The Creeper. And Mr. Ireland.
And Mr. Ireland, that's true. Anybody but DeVito.
Crazy Ivan in control of this television title match right now. No, but Chris Steeler blocks it. He blocks it again. Ivan going for his patented turnbuckle maneuvers there. Steeler not letting him. Steeler might have knocked some sense in the Crazy Ivan. I wish someone would do that to DeVito. And he probably just heard me.
Don't say it too loud, he's right by us.
What a credible action. This is really exciting. Look at the fans, they're enjoying themselves.
He asks the camera guy what his problem is. He puts the camera on him, and then he yells at him for doing that.
There we go.
Come on, Steeler. Good net breaker. Going for the cover. Ah!
Doug sweating that one out.
I don't think Mr. DeVito liked that, did he?
Who cares what he likes? Come on, Chris Steeler. That's right. I'm being biased.
He's setting him up for something.
No, his patented super kick.
Nice move.
Oh, what a belly-to-back suplex by Crazy Ivan. Both men down right now. What a hell of a match here.
They're both giving it their all.
They're both gasping for air.
And who's going to get up first? Ivan's in control. No!
Oh, he nailed the super kick. That's going to be it. 1, 2. Oh!
Almost. Almost.
Chris Steeler this close as referee Scott Falk from winning the television title.
That was a blatant kick to the throat. He should be disqualified.
That was right to the chest. Your referee's calling it correct.
And the fans want it one more time. What the hell? Go, Chris Steeler! This is an all-out brawl, Joey G.
This is a
in
war.
LA.
This became a war.
Steeler on the ropes.
DeVito's trying to influence the ref here, too.
Look
That's
out,
amazing.
DeVito. Hard
Very
to see
surprising,
from my
isn't it?
vantage point here. Was DeVito involved there in some way? I couldn't see from our vantage point, Joey G. Small package by Steeler!
That's another.
Oh, Ivan's patented clothesline backbreaker. Damn it! That's it.
This one's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, and still the ECPW TV champion, Crazy Ivan.
Well, Mr. K, thank you for being with us for this segment tonight. And we look forward to talking to you in the future. And, again, you've done a great job at ECPW. Continue to do the great work you're doing.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here. And fans, please check out www.ecpw1.com to find out the latest on what's happening within East Coast Pro Wrestling.
There you have it, fans. Your current reigning and still defending television champion, Crazy Ivan. Next week, a big three-way tag team title match. You want to keep it right here, the ECPW Adrenaline. We'll see you next week.